If z is a function of two variables, x and y, and it is given in a polynomial form, then we need to find out the partial derivative of function g with respect to x and partial of z with respect to y. So let us begin. So here we have z, which is equals to 4x cubed y squared. So let us first begin by computing partial of z with respect to x. So whenever we're taking the partial derivative of a function with respect to x, then in that particular function, we're going to only treat x as the variable. Everything else will be treated as a constant. Now that means we'll take partial with respect to x of the polynomial 4x cubed y squared. Now since we are differentiating with respect to x, so here, and this is a partial differentiation, we're going to treat 4 as a constant, and we are also going to treat y squared as a constant. Now we'll only have to take the partial derivative of x cubed. Now since we have taken out the constant, so we can also express it as 4y squared times the ordinary derivative with respect to x of x cubed. Now here what we can do, we can use the power rule to obtain the derivative of x cubed, so that's going to be 3x squared. Now we have 4 times 3, that's going to be 12. We have 12 times x squared times y squared. So this is going to be the value of partial of z with respect to x. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's try to find out partial of z with respect to y. Now, because we are taking the partial derivative with respect to y, only y will be treated as a variable. Everything else will become the constant. So that means partial with respect to y of our polynomial function 4x cubed y squared. So here what we'll treat? We'll treat 4x cubed as a constant. So we can pull it out of the derivative. So 4x cubed will be multiplied to derivative with respect to y of our function y squared. So we have 4x cubed times partial with respect to y of y squared. Or simply we can write the ordinary derivative with respect to y of y squared. So this will become 4x cubed times derivative of y squared with respect to y. That's simply 2y. So that means we now have 4 times 2, that's 8. We have x cubed multiplied to y. So this is going to be the value of partial of z with respect to y.